Dr. Ardis, let's just start with nicotine. Almost everybody on the planet understands that nicotine is bad, and yet you say there are certain health benefits.
This has caught the attention of a lot of people, it appears, as I've continued to articulate and show research studies from around the world that a plant designed by God to include a nutrient called nicotine that then our FDA in America decided in 1994 to classify as a drug, nicotine, was an addictive substance. You have all been lied to, and we've been pummeled with this propaganda lie that tobacco, nicotine is solely an addictive substance, that it causes cancer, and it couldn't be more farther from the truth. In fact, all of you out there, why anybody's even talking about nicotine right now is because I exploded on the world 3 years ago a documentary that highlighted that smokers around the world were the only people appearing immune to COVID-19, and this was being reported by research scientists around the world. In fact, Alex, one thing I highlighted in my best-selling book right now called Moving Beyond the COVID-19 Lies is a research study at the University of Wisconsin's hospital in 2021. They had a whole floor designated for chronic smokers and current smokers who also had heart disease, diabetes, and were now in a COVID ward in the hospital. Now, Alex, Andrew, you both know you can't smoke cigarettes in a hospital because of the amount of oxygen being pumped into these rooms and being utilized. So current smokers, active smokers who also had other diseases, who were on a floor isolated by themselves. There was about 96 of them, if I remember the number correctly from the study. And just so y'all know, within 3 weeks, 5 of these chronic current smokers who were not allowed to use cigarettes in the hospital for COVID reasons, 5 of these smokers on this one floor, designated for smokers with COVID, died. Now, Alex, Andrew, the thing they did next is miraculous, and I can't believe nobody talked about it. One of the medical attending doctors decided to slap a 21 milligram nicotine patch on every single one of the remaining 91 sick COVID patients. And Alex, Andrew, guess what happened? Within 5 days, 100% of all of them went home free of COVID symptoms and all well. That is why nicotine is now talked about around the world, is when I unleashed that scientists were confirming nicotine could stop the pandemic. Holy cow, the powers that be were not happy because the overall agenda was, we need people sick, so they fall for the narrative they need a unproven vaccine to save them, which was the COVID-19 vaccines. So anything that stood in the way of that, they had to squash. They had to defame, make fun of, or call a conspiracy theory and disinformation, misinformation. But that's why you're learning about nicotine right now so much.